If you've ever hopped on a Peloton bike, you probably know our next guest. He is the much-loved senior instructor inspiring riders with his motivational mantras, and now he's helping people push their limits and activate their greatness with his memoir.
He is the man, and I got a chance to sit down with Alex Toussaint, and he's opening up about his troubled past, his mental health, and his journey to the top.
Me and you. Ain't nobody here. Me and you right now. Focus. Come on.
Alex Toussaint is one of Peloton's most celebrated fitness icons.
What you do in moments like this, create an advantage for you for tomorrow.
The 32-year-old instructor reaching millions, challenging riders to push their body and mind.
Look good internally. You shine bright externally. We do better together.
His influence soaring to new heights in 2020 when the world came to a standstill. And for so many people, Toussaint being their only source of inspiration.
Pleasure, man. We're trying.
But behind that radiant energy,
let's do it, baby,
is a young man with a story to tell about his remarkable trek to success. The book is phenomenal.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
And it wasn't until the book that I realized you had all of these issues growing up, and it shaped you to become who you are.
Yes, sir. I remember the day when I said to Dave, we're gonna write a book. And when we got an opportunity from Henry Holt to write this book, I was going through like a very big reset point and checkpoint space in life. Coming out of COVID, I picked my head up and I was able to breathe and be like, wait, we created such opportunity. Let's tap into it, let's share our story.
How does a troubled kid go to becoming a household name?
Moving with purpose, executing with intention, and just keeping your faith strong. I'm one of those people that my support system is everything. So just by God's blessing.
But it wasn't easy. Take us back to your childhood.
Yeah, so I'm a product of two Haitian immigrants that sacrificed everything to come to the United States with limited resources, limited information. Then I had my own trouble mentally and just like environment-wise of who I was. I didn't really know my identity. I was always a black kid growing up in a school that was predominantly white. But my mother and father did everything possible to make sure I was just put into the position of excellence.
You know what it means to be depressed.
Yes, sir. I didn't know what it meant at the time I was depressed. I didn't know what rock bottom was until I got out of it. I used to question myself getting off of the bus in middle school and even in high school at some points and being like, why am I here? What is the purpose of what I'm even doing?
How did therapy help? 25 years of therapy?
25 years of therapy. The first half of therapy was due to the negative relationship with my father. And then now being able to get out of that space, I use therapy as a way to calculate and process what's going on up here. So I'm trying to make sure I'm never mentally still because I have a firm belief that stillness can be your illness.
You mentioned your dad.
Yes, sir.
Your relationship wasn't the best with your father.
I give him so much credit because he broke me down physically and mentally so much where society no longer can. And I think sending me to military school was the final straw where he was like, you know what? You're reaching that space of a young adult where some of these decisions could have such a negative effect on the rest of your life that I need to put something in place right now to stop you from going that different direction. So the reason the book is called Activate Your Greatness, it stems from my father saying on April 4th, 2016, 4:30, I'm proud of you.
And it was the first time you heard your father say, I'm proud of you.
And in that moment, that was the first time I ever cried tears of true joy. Because I felt the release of life. I went from existing to living.
The other thing that I love about your story, there's no ego.
No.
You started out mopping floors at Flywood.
Yes, sir.
And look at you now.
Yes, sir. It took one person to believe in me at the time more than I believed in myself. A lady by the name of Ruth Zuckerman, who I was somewhat joking when I asked her for a job as an instructor. And she looked at me and said, give me 2 weeks of your time and watch what we can do. Tell everybody, make sure you say thank you to her because she didn't have to give me this opportunity.
Wow. Let's talk about this new shoe. Just what I think this guy has like done everything.
Yeah.
He comes out with a shoe.
And this is one of those things where it's like, believe in yourself to the point that it's crazy. Because when I said we're dropping a cycling shoe, I believed in that the first time I got onto a bike. And people used to tell me I'm crazy. It took 8 years to get that done.
And it's a nice shoe. It's not like some old busted shoe.
No, yeah. Matter of fact, we're talking about it.
Yeah, let me check that out.
I had to make sure you got a pair yourself because I need you to run with me on the Peloton tread. I'm so serious.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
What's the verbiage that's in here, the written script?
So inside of that is page 70 and 71 of my book, and that chapter is Stop Existing and Start Living. Think of the concept of you're running with a parachute on your back. My dad says, I'm proud of you. Clip the parachute and I'm able to sprint. That's exactly what that feels like.
And with us now is the man himself. Please welcome Alex Toussaint to the GMA3 studio.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Good to see you, my brother.
Good to see you, boss.
You've been that guy for so many people. How do you keep it together? Still.
I go under the formula of unplug, reset, protect. Every single day I wake up at 4 a.m. and I utilize 3 hours of just me time. I unplug, reset, and protect my energy to make sure I'm present with other people. So got to take care of me before I take care of anybody else.
And Dr. Daring, when you think about mental health, suicide is now the third leading cause of death for black males. What resources are out there for people who are struggling?
Oh, thank you, Alex. It's so important that you show for representation purposes to help people at home understand that help is out there. I think the first place you could check is with your primary provider to ask for a referral. Also, within your state or your county, there are often state or county mental health referrals that can help you out. If you're employed, you can check with your human resources, and also for students, there are mental health availabilities at schools. And I also think important to note, telehealth has grown since the pandemic and has created more accessibility and affordability and access to mental health providers. For example, I use a therapist via Zoom. It feels like a FaceTime chat. It makes it feel a little bit less difficult to have difficult conversations. Reach out to your friends, ask for referrals. These are all methods that you can get to seek out help.
It is good to see what you're doing. Very, very proud of you.
Those who can must. I'm just trying to inspire one day at a time. I appreciate y'all.
One more time for Alex Toussaint, everybody. Yes, thank you, thank you. By the way, Activate Your Greatness is now available in paperback, and you can scan the QR code on screen to snag a copy of those shoes you saw in the piece are out right now. I bought a pair myself, and they are not busted. They are incredible shoes. Actually incredible shoes. Thank you again.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Congratulations on everything.